See, it's the body you want, but it's the content you'll get that'll enrich your soul. So, as I stated, I am going to go ahead and do this meth series. It's going to be, I'm going to try to chronicleize this as much as possible, and allow you to walk with me as I reminisce on my meth activities from the past. So, 2013, I was living in Philadelphia. I had just moved there for a seasonal position with the IRS, like doing call center type shit. And God damn it, if meth didn't rear its ugly head in and cause me to fall back into my old habits. At this point, I not even sure why I was doing the meth. I think I was just doing it for the fun of it. It ultimately got in between me and the job that I came up there for, because again, meth will cause you to reprioritize your priorities. You're going to hear me say that often, again and again and again. Reprioritize your priorities. So now all of a sudden, it makes logical sense to get high before going to work, or it makes logical sense to be up all night before going to work. You tweaking like shit at work, thinking everybody can motherfucking see that you're high as a kite and they can smell the meth on you and things of this nature. So I think it's important for anybody who is dealing with meth. Y'all need to see my face. For anybody that's dealing with meth, to know what your tweaks are. And I'm going to tell you what tweaks are. Tweaks are repetitive actions or movements that a person may do while they're under the influence. For instance, this right here, my bottom lip, if you notice, every so often I'll talk to the side like that. That is a lasting manifestation of my habit, and I'm not sure if it's ever going to go away. Like, I have to consciously think about how my mouth is moving in order to keep my mouth lined up. Otherwise, I'll start talking like this. You'll see ever so often. And especially if there's alcohol in the mix, that really brings it out. Or if I'm singing, that'll bring it out as well. So one of the lasting reminders of my past, unfortunately, I'm not sure if it's ever going to go away, but it's something that I have to consciously police when I'm talking to people. Back to the story. Tweaks. Let's say, for instance, maybe I should first of all break down how meth acts on the brain so you can possibly understand where my story is coming from. Meth is an artificial substance that causes your brain to release about 6 times the amount of endorphins that you would normally release while you're happy. When you're happy, you're elated, you feel happy. It's a chemical process that happens that makes you feel good or feel happy about something. This meth goes into your brain. It attaches itself to your endorphin receptors, and it pumps out a whole lot of endorphins, which is why people who do the drug feel this feeling of euphoria. They feel good, they feel happy, or they're fucking horny, they want to fuck everything. So that's how the drug works. Unfortunately, a side effect of that is also you kind of get into your head. You start feeling paranoid. Let's say you keep thinking someone is behind the curtain, or you keep thinking there's someone under the bed. You keep thinking that maybe there's someone knocking at the door. You may even see the doorknob turn and things of that nature. Like, you're so paranoid after being up for so many days or doing so much meth. So I was at this sex party, right? Yes. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. I was at this sex party, right? And, I just showed up. I didn't know who was going to be there. I was invited, so I said, hey, why not? I want to be a thought. Why not? Let me do it. So I'm at the motherfucking sex party, and there's a few cute motherfuckers. I don't even think I got a chance to look at everybody because, shit, most of the time my face was in the pillow and my ass was up in the air. Hi, I'm Andrew, and I'm very transparent and very blunt, so don't be shocked by things that come out of my mouth. So I was in pure bottom mode that night or whatever, right? So, between fucking, people that do meth will typically sit back, catch their breath, drink some water, talk about, the state of the world, politics, pop culture, things of that nature. And then, someone else wants to get fucked. Or there may be one group talking about politics and one group fucking. It was a suite anyway. So, I'm on my motherfucking knees and shit. Niggas want to run trains and stuff. But you see, I have never been the type that like to suck dick. Like I practice dick avoidance at all costs. If I don't have to put it in my mouth, I'm not going to put it in my mouth. You know, it's just too many possible things that could go wrong with the dick in your mouth. You know, from them having a hairy bush to the balls being musty, to them having a small ass dick and they want to all of a sudden man up and act like they want to emasculate you. Sir. Who you going to emasculate with that dick? Who you emasculating with this? Bitch, you better sit down, have several seats, goddammit. So, you know, those are the types of issues you run into if you are having a train ran on you in a group setting. But, you know, I'm a very outspoken motherfucker, so I have no qualms with getting fucked in the back and a dude sticks their dick in my face and I motion the dude to come down here. Yeah. Take your dick out my face. Yeah. I don't want to suck your dick. Yeah, thank you. Come on, man. Let's just like, First of all, your balls stink. Second of all, you got a bush. Third of all, you're too aggressive trying to ram my head down on shit. I don't like that. So it's just going to be advantageous for both of us for you to just take your dick and get it out my face while I enjoy this pounding that I'm getting. Thank you. Bye. So, that's what I would do. That's me. I don't like dick in my face. I don't. And I only suck dick out of necessity. Like, let's say you suck my dick or you ate my ass. Now I feel obligated to suck your dick. Otherwise, it's not the first thing I'm going to go to. It's not. I'll eat your ass before I suck your dick. I can't. I get lockjaw. My spit production ain't all that good. I have mediocre head at the best. I'm just saying. I don't like it. So, anyway, back to the story. So, like, you know, fucking around and whatnot. And there was this one fat nigga that kept coming around. And I was like, ew, don't touch me. But how do you say that nicely when it's the whole group setting? So he keeps coming around and I'm like cringing every time he comes near me. I'm like, he's touching my ass and stuff. And I'm like, I hope you don't think he about to run up in me, bitch. Not looking like that. I may be high, bitch. But I ain't that high. So it was one of those down periods that I talked about, right? So we all sitting around listening to music, you know, watching TV. And it was dark, of course, right? But you could see the light from the TV, like, you know, bouncing off everybody. Me, being a high, you know, bitch that wasn't worried about people's feelings being hurt. Someone was like, well, are you having fun, Andrew? I was like, yeah, it's cool. But who is that fat bitch that keeps trying to fuck me? Like, it's just not going to happen. I'm saying this in front of everybody. Not realizing that the fat bitch was in the shadows in a little kitchenette that was in the room. And he's like, yo, man, that's fucked up. I said, oops. Well, it's true. I mean, you know, I was just trying to figure out why you keep trying to fuck me. I mean, you don't got to leave or anything. As if it's my room, right? You don't got to leave or anything. But he gets his shit and leaves. I'm like, whew, good. Dodge that bullet. So night goes on and whatnot. I don't even remember enjoying myself that much, but one of the things that does really stick out to me is this one boy who had like a queef fetish. Queef. A queef is it's a farting type sound that is the byproduct of a penis being inserted into a vagina or a rectum in which they push a pocket of air up inside of you. That pocket of air at some point shimmies its way on down and comes out the rectum or out the vagina, and it makes a farting sound like, yeah, you know what a queef is. You know what a queef is. So he wanted me to queef in his mouth. He was like, yeah, give me them farts. Give me them farts. It's a queef, okay? It was not a fart. It was a queef. The difference between the queef and the fart is this. A fart is the byproduct of digestion and food being decomposed. It is a methane buildup that causes a fart, which rises to your anus and exits the rectum, okay? A queef is a pocket of air that is inserted into you every time you have a dick stuck in you whether it be a rectum or a vagina. At some point, you're going to queef. So this man had a queef fetish. He just wanted me to keep queefing in his mouth or whatnot. So I was like, are you sure? Like, I don't think pushing is like, it's not a safe practice. You know, I don't believe people should be just pushing air out of anything that they're getting fucked in. You know what I mean? Especially your ass. Like, who's trying to shit on a dick? I don't do them kind of games. I'm not that girl. Like, I don't shit on dicks. I don't paint Picassos. I mean, if I think I'm going to remotely shit on a dick, I won't even fuck at all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I don't do all that. So he wanted me to continuously push a bunch of air in his mouth. So, and he would be like aggressive with it, like, give me no queefs, give me no. I'm like, okay, well, look. I'm still good. Still good. So the night turned into day, right? And the actual host is looking at his bed because now the light's coming in through the window, and he says, "Oh my God!" We're like, "What the fuck happened?" He said, "Who shitted on the bed? Like, why would somebody do that? I mean, it's just so disrespectful. Who shit on my bed?" I'm looking around like, bitch, it won't me. Bitch, it won't me. I told his ass, I said, well, I know it won't me. Because that little boy over there has been eating my farts all fucking night. So I know it won't me. Just wanted to fun. I cracked myself up. Yeah, so, bitch, I knew it won't me, bitch. So, you know, that's one instance. One little sex party. Not too many crazy hallucinogenic experiences I had in Philadelphia. What I want to say is there is a direct cumulative. Oh wait, no, I remember one. Oh my God. Okay. Bitch, there was this fine nigga. I was trying to get at him for the longest time. Had no idea he was into meth and shit, right? So, bitch, I come over his house, which is a complete dump. I was like, bitch, you almost need a condemned sign on this building. Like, I'm scared for my safety and yours as well. But it's not going to stop me from fucking you. So, you know, we smoking out of the pipe or whatever, right? And, I noticed a 180 happens with his personality. And if you have dibbled and dabbled with meth, you will notice that the higher people get, some people don't know how to handle their high, and their personality will do a complete shift. His personality shifted, right? All of a sudden, he kept saying, you know what? Hold on. Something isn't right. I'm like, bitch, okay, what's going on? He was like, you know, whenever I leave, I swear to God, there's people coming in here moving shit around. That should have been sign number one. That something in the milk ain't clean, right? People's moving things around. I'm like, okay. Now, I had never experienced this before. I had never really had any hallucinogenic type episodes or episodes where I'm super paranoid. You doing meth over a period of time has a cumulative effect on degrading certain aspects of your brain. So while you may not have these hallucinations up front, while you may not be paranoid up front, the longer you do meth, the more these episodes happen. And he apparently was doing meth for a long time. Again, I'm new to this shit. He's like, yeah, like I swear to God, people are coming in here and they're moving shit around all the time. I'm like, well, what people? Like, who has access to your building? He's like, I don't know, but I swear to God, I mean, there's someone here that's moving shit around. Like, help me for a moment. I'm like, okay. Bitch, when I tell you he has me following him around his entire junky, dilapidated ass house, saying, this is out of place, this was supposed to be here, this was supposed to be here. And then we're in this room, we flip over the mattress, there's a whole bunch of shit under his bed. He was like, you see this this shaver that she had, it was a gold shaver, like a gold, I don't know, Gillette, something like that. He said, my dad gave me this. It's not supposed to be under my bed. It's supposed to be in this cabinet that's in the hallway. I'm like, oh, okay, like, what are you suggesting happen? Like, somebody is in here moving shit around. Like, this isn't supposed to be here. I'm like, okay, this shit is crazy. Like, who is coming in your house putting things under your bed? Nobody was. This was all in his head. But he had convinced himself that these imaginative, hallucinogenic shit was actually happening. He had convinced himself, under the influence of drugs, that there actually was people, imaginary people, coming into his house, moving things around and or taking shit. What would somebody have to gain by taking a basic bitch motherfucking razor and putting it under your bed? Like, it doesn't make sense. And when you're dealing with someone who is under the influence of a drug, logic is thrown out the fucking window. You have to understand that. There's no logic when it comes to acting rationally or behaving logically, because you're under the influence of an illicit substance. You have to understand that. So I was finally at the point where, like, bitch, or this is becoming too much. I'm just gonna get my shit. I'm gonna get my shit and I'm gonna hit it. Cause I ain't got time for whatever the fuck you're on. Spoiler alert, I would have my own episode similar to that as we get further down the line. Now, like I said, I'm going to try to give you my experiences in a chronological order. So, that was my Philadelphia experience. There, of course, plenty of sex parties, plenty of times I've had, good dick, good ass. Philadelphia, oh my God. I could just relish in the dick and in the ass and just think about it. Good times. But not too many crazy episodes happen in Philadelphia. Okay? Stay tuned, because the next video I make will be when I ended up moving back to DC, because the job I told y'all about that I went to Philadelphia for, I got fired from because of the meth. Again, reprioritizing your priorities, not showing up for work, showing up late for work, showing up tweaking for work, but they don't quite know what's going on. But yeah, so the next video will be me picking up where I had to move back to DC in those circumstances, okay? Hopefully this video enriched your life. Hopefully it entertained you. I think I'm going to have to give this disclaimer after every video, because some of you motherfuckers try me. Some of you motherfucking keyboard gangsters really try my motherfucking pussy, and I don't appreciate it, okay? Because I am coming to you from an transparent, authentic place where I am trying to either educate or ward off people who may want to use drugs. I'm trying to basically give you my experiences as it relates to doing drugs and the dangers of in my different situations I've been involved in. By no means am I, advocating for the use of drugs. By no means am I looking to be praised because I used to be a meth whore. This is simply for educational purposes, because I don't believe there's enough people who are transparent about their situations. And if I'm going to be used to help somebody else seek the help that they need to get, if I'm going to be used to minister to somebody else, then I'm going to do so. Life is about this. Life is about trials and tribulations are simply meant as character building experiences. They are meant to temper us. They are meant to give us the tools necessary to get through another situation that may come in the future. They are meant to give us the tools necessary to reach back and help a bitch that may not have the mental capacity to get through the very same situation that you've gotten through. I'm using this as ministry. I minister to myself as I minister to you. Yes, I may laugh about it, but goddamn it, I have to laugh, and I can't take things too seriously if I'm going to expect to get over them. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So please miss me with the bullshit. I'm simply here to talk about my story, and I'm a goofy motherfucker, so I'm going to laugh at myself as well. And hopefully, hopefully this is either entertaining or enlightening or informational. So, next video again, I will begin when I came back to DC from Philadelphia after getting fired and not really having a choice. So I'll talk about all of that. Bah!